Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Cruel and Unusual Sideshow. I'm here with our fourth host, Thomas. You haven't actually been on the show yet, so...
Yes, I've been out adventuring while you sit here in what is the equivalent of a crack house. Flying. I've been flying over volcanoes, and you've been flying over the toilet maybe 4 times a day.
Nigga, don't be rude. All right, so why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself? You have any sexual exploits with pirates lately?
Sexual exploits with pilots?
Pilots?
Yeah. You will become a fierce pirate.
Well, I don't really care if you have or have not because the whole pirate thing was actually a ruse because we're actually talking about Atlantis. I don't know why I brought in pirates, but pirates are Atlantis.
No. Have you ever seen like the movie Sinbad? We're gonna be making like Sinbad, walking around with big beefy black dudes. We're gonna go to Atlantis today. What happens when a man high on shrooms, who's already delusional, partners up with a man who thinks that he's an Egyptian god? Well, we're gonna find that out today.
Over the last few thousand years, we have warped our own history.
What the fuck is up with this guy's voice? Like, it sounds fake, and it has to be fake, but at the same time, why? He just sounds like a bitch.
You didn't know that that's how all psychedelic users sound, dude? They always, that's
I
what happens.
don't sound like that. Alright, let's get on with this shit.
Our stories of the past have been changed, altered, mistranslated, and completely been misunderstood as we rounded the curve on the precession of the equinox.
As we rounded the curve on the precession of the fucking what? Did you understand? That might be an actual thing.
I'm sorry, man. I'm not a physicist.
That might be an actual thing, but you've given me no context to work with here. What the fuck?
Modern views of our history account for many things, but completely dismiss many very important pieces in the puzzle. For example, the pyramids of Giza. There is no modern theory that accounts for how these could have been made.
I am so sick of people saying that aliens must have built the pyramids because at the time of their building, mankind's technology wasn't great enough to haul stones that big.
Yeah, there's like construction workers, but like by that logic that he's using, that it's too heavy to move a block. Well, obviously it's too heavy to put up a fucking obelisk, but they fucking figured out how to do that. That one was proven. You load up a obelisk and basically you use a sand pulley to force it into the hole by like using a counterweight that basically shoots it upward and then it sinks into the ground. So that thing's probably way heavier than a big ass block, but they fucking made that work. They weren't a bunch of, South Africans, so.
Individually, each block cannot be pulled even with 50 men pulling it, let alone drag it for hundreds of miles and then stack them on top of each other 450 feet in the air.
What are you, fucking stupid? You didn't know that you could just fucking pick up bricks and just toss that shit on top of the fire? What are you insane? Obviously, if I get 100 dudes, we can fucking just throw that shit right on top of the pyramid. Don't even worry about it. Yeah, that's how you fucking build a pyramid like a fucking man.
Dude, I have neighbors. No, fuck. Just get those fucking Scottish niggas who toss the logs like with their bare hands, like.
Get 3 of those guys together.
The guys who just vertical log toss fucking trees. Just get like 5 of them.
They just don't know how to throw a fucking brick. I mean,
fuck, man. Like, who knew the secret all along to how the pyramids were built? Where we just fucking picked it up and just dropped that shit.
Bro, this fucking incel doing this video, he probably never even lifts, dude. He's never lifted a brick to throw it, bro. What an idiot.
Gotta get on that keto diet.
In such a precise way that even modern technology can't achieve. Not to mention having it lined up precisely with both Orion's belt, a golden mean, and Fibonacci spiral, and be a primary nodal point of every sacred site on the planet.
Dude, what the fuck are you talking about? Not only are you not giving me any context as to what the fuck you mean, but like, what? You're like missing words in your sentence. Do you know what the fuck is going on? Because I'm confused as fuck.
Something about the equinox and piss pyramids shooting like light out of the fucking like piss hole of a pyramid, something like that.
Fucking, I'm so lost. So,
I bet he'll explain it though, right? Like the entire video.
Yeah, let's see.
And that's just one example. Our history is not what we think. In Lesson 11, I said that many things that we've been led to believe to be true simply is not. This has got to be the biggest. The field of archaeology recently saw some monumental discoveries that are rocking the foundation of what we think we know about ourselves.
Hell yeah, are we finally gonna get to talk about Atlantis?
Many ancient cities such as Babylon, Erech, and Akkad that were written about in the Bible and other ancient texts were always thought to be myths because no one could prove they existed.
Holy fuck! We haven't gotten to Atlantis yet!
Then, one of them was found. This led to finding another, and then another. Inside one of these cities, archaeologists found thousands of cylindrical clay tablets hidden deep within the earth under this ancient city. The tablets were completely covered in text written in cuneiform and tell an ancient story that spans back over hundreds of thousands of years on this planet, describing the history of the earth and the origins of the human race in great detail. Now, the first thing we all want to do is just say that they were making things up. They didn't know the history of earth, and they were simply creating tales to explain where they came from. However, if this was true, how can we explain how they knew so many things about the universe that would seem impossible to know? Not only did the Dogons know all about the distant planets in the solar system, but so did the Sumerians. They described them all in great detail in these Sumerian records. They also knew about the precession of the equinox. That's a tough one for a historian to understand, because it takes over 2,000 years of continuous observation to actually learn that the earth has a wobble.
Like, where's he getting this information? Like, what, according to who?
It
What?
said Dr. History in the video.
Who the fuck is Dr. History? Dr. History sounds like a made up. Is that
It
like
is made up, retard.
Is that like Captain Disillusion? Like, what the I'm losing brain cells and gaining chromosomes from this video.
Maybe you'll be able to understand it then.
Holy fuck.
The Sumerians had this information from day one of their civilization. A man named Zacharias Sitchin spent a long time transcribing these texts and had put them all together in his books, but many others have also done the same, and the interpretations are always very similar. Not only that, but Thoth has also shared information about this with us, and his account matches the Sumerian records.
Okay, I want to make this abundantly clear. This person is making it seem like they are quoting something from like the Egyptian god Thoth. But in reality, he's quoting this ponytail, gray-haired motherfucker who claims to channel the spirit of Thoth, who believes that the moon is an egg that reptiles hatched out of, and then like came to Earth to interbreed with humans to create lizard people hybrids that are now living amongst us. At no point in time during this video does the original creator mention the fact that by Thoth he means this like weird ass nigga called like Don Volio or some shit. But he does actually reference a book that this Don Volio character did write. I can't tell if he thinks that Don Volio is Thoth, or are they two separate things? What do you think?
Oh, they're totally the same person.
Adamus and other channelings discuss it as well. If you see all of these records and sources, there is a huge connection between the stories. Now, this story spans back hundreds of thousands of years into our past. It talks about Tiamat and Nibiru, the Nephilim.
Whoa, you can't just show these people with like long ass legs and shit called the Nephilim, which is like, and then like not explain what the fuck you're talking about. I want to know more about it. Like,
Yeah, goddammit, I want to learn more about the Blue Band group.
the fucking Jolly Blue Giant, fucking retarded autistic cousin of
I
the
want to
Jolly
see
Green
the
Giant.
human race. That'd be pretty dope.
Gee,
This is conflicting with the lizard theory. I'm a
keep-
little frustrated by this.
I'm so
Either
confused.
we're standing together on this, or you might as well go to war. I mean, this.
Alright, let's just continue.
Seeding the human race, Adam and Eve, and the children of Lemuria. This portion of the story is really interesting, but not the most crucial to know. We're not going to be covering this at this time.
I'm getting really frustrated here because if you're not gonna explain it in this video, then why the fuck are you going to bring it up, okay? It took for fucking ever just to get to Atlantis, which is what this video is about ultimately. So why the fuck are you talking about shit that makes no fucking sense? We were talking about Egypt and the fucking pyramids. Now we're talking about Lemurians and fucking tall-ass Namekians and chlamydia. And I'm fucking confused.
Next time on the Cruel and Unusual show, we'll talk about This time I hit a cop car with a hooker and a fucking leprechaun on my dick. But that's for another video.
Yeah, we're not gonna mention that.
That's
now.
another video. We're explaining it, but it's for another video.
Even though it represents masculine energy.
I hope our audience is soul bonding with us right now. We'd like to lead you guys into the ether with our xenon gases.
We are, however, going to be picking up the story at the end of Lemuria and discussing the events of Atlantis up to present day. What I'm going to tell you is a mix of what these records say, along with what Thoth has told us for some finer details.
I just want to make it abundantly clear, whenever he references Thoth, he's referencing this Dunvolio motherfucker.
Please have your own experience while watching this. I'm not going to tell you that this is fact. I am simply saying, decide for yourself.
I don't like how you keep grabbing me, god damn it. I'm not your fucking plaything. Get away from me with your fucking hand, feet looking ass. Dude look like he got fucking slippers on his fucking fingers.
The thing I want to point out is, you're not telling us to have our own fucking experience here. You are treating every single thing you are saying like absolute fact, and you are trusting every single source, no matter what its credibility is, on every single retarded theory about anything. You are listening to a scam artist who wrote a shitty sci-fi novel book which makes absolutely no fucking sense, okay? And you're fucking eating it. You're fucking eating it. You're worse than the Scientologists.
Dude, there's Atlantis.
Dude,
it's right
dude, it's
there.
fucking
It's
Atlantis.
right there. It's in the Atlantic Ocean. He's zooming in on it. It's right there.
Oh fuck. Holy shit, dude, it's furries. It's personas.
My scarab soda is
There was a time, long ago, when humans existed at a very high level of consciousness. We were interdimensional, and were very psychic.
Dude, holy fuck, we're interdimensional beings.
Dude, I used to be so psychic, but now it's fucking gone. Not a little psychic, I was very psychic.
Yeah, dude, we gotta get our quantifiers right here. Very psychic.
We communicated through thought and emotion, much like how animals do rather than speaking or writing, which would seem very primitive.
Do you know what this fucking means? This means that pigeons are telepathic. Pigeons can read your fucking thoughts. They know you're thinking about child porn.
Dude, that's how those seagulls like attack in formation and just fucking like eat your dick for breakfast.
Yeah, like, you know, you're just sitting on the beach wanking off to all the beautiful, like, tits, and then a seagull comes and eats your dick.
Yeah, it's fucking obnoxious is what it is.
This
But
might
now
just-
we know that they're on a complete other level. They're forming these tactics. Ladies and gentlemen, can I get seagull tactics trending on Twitter, please?
Hashtag cruel and unusual seagulls. Okay? You know what I really want to know, though, is like, if animals are telepathic...
Why do they get hit by cars?
Yeah. I was just about to say that. Why are animals so retarded if they're telepathic? Why do animals make noises if they're telepathic? They don't need to make
exactly.
noises if they're telepathic.
They're just burping like you do.
That's a mating call. I'm just really turned on right now. Like, hearing about the Lemurians.
Spirit science.
We lived primarily on a large string of islands called Lemuria, but there was a consciousness shift. We moved up in consciousness, and the islands of Lemuria sank beneath the oceans. At the time of this shift, a new continent rose out of the waters. We called it Atlantis.
Dude, there's Atlantis! Dude, we found Atlantis!
There it is!
Dude, just because we thought hard enough, we made an entire archipelago sink, and then we created a new continent from our thoughts.
See, China's out there spending millions to build islands. They should have just been thinking harder.
Yeah, you just...
Fucking idiots. Unbelievable.
Back in the early 1900s, the spiritual path of the United States was similar to what's happening today. People began to learn about meditation and study ancient lands like Atlantis and Lemuria. We actually found quite a bit of evidence that Lemuria existed, and it had to do with coral. See, the ocean floor does rise and fall. Coral can exist up to 150 feet under the surface of the water. In 1910, the surface of the ocean was probably higher because they were able to see coral rings heading away from Easter Islands for a great distance.
Dude, it's a great coral migration. Like, That coral just knows there's some funky shit going on. It's walking out, man. It's tired of this shit.
The Great Barrier Reef used to be Atlantis.
The Great Barrier Reef is Atlantis.
Fucking, we got it.
Dude, there's Atlantis.
So wait, is Atlantis in between like Madagascar and India, or is it between?
Where is Atlantis? I thought we found Atlantis,
You
but
can't fucking tell us where Atlantis is.
Where is Atlantis? Let's cut to commercial. And thank you so much for joining us on the Cruel and Unusual Sideshow. I've been your host, Gabriel.
My name's Tom.
And thank you guys so much for joining us. Patreon link down below, Instagram down below, and Twitter down below. And don't forget to smash that like button and ring that bell, because we are shameless about asking for stuff from you.
Can you also like send us some nudes?
Yeah, send nudes.
Like I expected when I heard Cruel and Unusual show, I kind of heard in my ear a gimp party. So I kind of I came dressed out, and I'm severely disappointed. So if you guys could make up the difference, that'd be great.
Yeah. All right. Peace.